Hello! Today we're going to talk about the importance of gold income so you are able to carry your games and have high CS per minute while doing so, because that's how you're going to get your gold. So right now we just have a little clip of a fight that we get later into the game. Let's talk about the important stuff. So it all starts with laning phase. This is the level 1, the way we play it. The way I like to play level 1 is I just try to get level 2 if possible, right? We have a melee support, so sometimes that can be difficult. If enemy lane wants to go for prio, they can. And you can't really do a whole lot about it. But you can try to just get level 2. The only thing you should be looking for is when you're trying to fight for level 2, is if you are over pushing or not. Like, for example, here we're a little bit out of position to go for a level 2 engage, which Malistar still goes for it. But it's kind of hard to do a whole lot about it. And then you don't need to push that quickly. But anyway, this laning phase ends up being like kind of a farm fest, really. There's not a lot of going on because I end up just fast pushing the wave pretty often. And this is like one of the biggest opportunities we get early on to do something where my Alistar has to commit flash and all of that. I just felt like Alistar into Lulu, it's really difficult to do much. Like, as Jinx, I feel like I should just push the wave, and if they let me push, it's nice. Alistar can still go for roams, get vision on the dragon, try bush, whatever. Maybe go for some plays in the bush, but you could play a lot more with Alistar if you just slow push very often. Either way, another way you can play for the game is to go for good recall timers. In this case, we go for that early BF sword, which is really nice. And more of this laning phase is really just this. There's a lot of farming. There's not that many fights, but I also try to manage the wave in a way where it kind of prevents fights from happening, because I believe the all-in from the enemy team is a bit stronger. Either way, there's a skirmish that happens here in the enemy jungle. We try to do our best. This E's really good because it blocks the Lux pathway, and now she's just dead. She can't do a whole lot. And there's also this Lulu around here that wants to fight. We have fully ramped up lethal tempo stacks. We should try to play it. We see the Zeri here. So just leave a ward and we keep farming, really. Here, this is around 20 minutes. This is a very extended laning phase, right? Like at 20 minutes, we're still in the bottom lane. Like, it's not that good. I hope you rotate to other things earlier, but again, this is just that kind of game where we're both happy full clearing. And the enemy Yorick had so much pressure that he even went for our bot towers, right? Anyway, we try to do our thing again. Here, I want you to question what you should be doing in regards to what would you do next, right? And here, the default is push wave. And the mirrored wave was pretty close to our side, so I just push wave. And then we can base. And actually I have pretty good gold, right? We're at 230 CS at this point, 22 minutes, looking good. We can buy Infinity Edge, we have our 2-item spike. Not looking too bad for the game, right? Right now we also have pretty expensive components. Infinity Edge 3600, so... yeah. And now how do we play the game? We're just gonna farm something. Where's our something to farm? Well, mid wave has Echo in it, and bottom wave has a Yorick, so we're just gonna farm Krugs. That's the option that's given to us. Briar's top side, then we go for that. Alistar finds a really nice pick here on Zeri, and then we can fight the Lulu. We nearly kill her here if we land a rocket, but we don't. Either way, that pick on Zeri means we can get this mid tier 2. Here I'm still getting aggro because of red buff. I didn't think about it at the time. That's what was happening. We get tier 2, you get passive, you walk up, you get some minions. And now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna farm enemy raptors. That's right. So in this case, if these things are just given to you while the enemy team is also doing a planar topside, right? Like they're completely pushing like madmen, I just take whatever I can to farm. But I also went for these Krugs if I could. Unfortunately, I can't, but I just base here and things are good. Now, I need to go towards that Baron call that apparently our team's going for. So, what we do? We farm wolves on the way. We don't lose that much more time. If we're there a bit earlier, it doesn't really matter too much. Just one camp, right? And like, this transition of going to somewhere on the map while autoing something is always very useful. In this case, we just farm top wave. And it's really all about that. Like, sure, my team also wants to farm, but so do I. And in solo queue, even if they just start inting and trolling, you just need to have the gold on your hands, because if you believe that you can carry, then you just need to have that mindset, right? Doesn't matter if your team is annoyed at this, they'll get annoyed at something else. Just do what you can to get yourself in the, in the mindset that you can carry, and you will carry, right? If you can't, then, you gotta work on other stuff. In my case, I feel very comfortable carrying with Jinx, so That's what we try to do. Anyway, whenever we want to go for recall, we just try to push away first. Here at this point, we have Runons as well, and these massive waves, so we farm this really quickly. And then we look for this mid wave, we farm a camp, we go top. Now I noticed that they have to farm this top wave either way, like either farm it now or I farm it later. I just rather farm it now. And now I cancel another recall because Grump's up, so I just farm Grump. It was actually convenient because the Briar also went for a mid fight. Speaking of mid fights, there is also another one that happens here. I flash early so I can preserve my HP, which may be needed later on in the fight. Here with Runons, we're actually really strong into like these grouped up enemies. A bit unfortunate that we got rooted there and that I can't really deal damage. So now I'm just dealing damage to the Maiden rather than walking forward. The rest of my team was not walking forward either, but just try to deal some damage. Do what we can, not die. That's important. And yeah, so what we do now, we buy LDR, push wave, right? Push wave, then base, buy LDR. And then we see Raptors, we do Raptors, then we push mid-wave. Our team wants to do Atacon, so we want to join them in Atacon, but like this is just a fiesta, big fight, we lose the fight. So I'm just going to farm camps in the meantime, and then push waves. It's really all about that, right? Like, I want to get to this bot wave, until then I just farm camps. In this case, they actually do the Elder Dragon here, if I recall correctly. Yep, I had no vision, I had no blue trinket, so I couldn't ult yet. Yeah, I even flash preemptively just so I didn't get caught by like Lulu something slow whatever with picks and die, because that would be the end of the game. Fortunately, didn't really have a wave twin there, but that's how bad the game was looking. And here we have this like one final battle here, second Elder, but this is the fight that you saw at the beginning where things may turn around. And so we just try to deal damage, we try to front to back this as much as we can. The battle looks really awkward because Briar is really in, Alistar is really in, my Echo and Teemo don't walk up, so it's a bit difficult. But here we see Deluxe with low HP, we want to go for that reset. Unfortunately, with our reset there, we're just rooted, we can't deal damage. Then they flash on us, we get excited, we deal a lot of damage. I just clicked on something on the ground and I got a quadra kill. That's how balanced Jinx is in these late game team fights. I am full build though, but like, yeah, it's pretty balanced. Anyway, we're gonna skip here. This is 52 minutes now that you can see on the game. So it is a little crazy. We should have ended the game probably a bit sooner, but I don't need to show that part. I just wanted to show more, like I wanted to highlight more the part where you need to get like how you get all of that CS so you can get these items. So when you get to the team fights, you're just so fed that, you know, you're just stat checking people and you make your champion look imbalanced. That's really the part that matters. Because, you know, if you have the gold income, you don't need to team fight that well when you're just stat checking people, right? So it all comes to those greedy things where you just get gold from camps, jungler camps, from like your allies, your enemies, taking waves, whatever. Just do whatever you need to do to get yourself the gold, and eventually you can carry. If you have gold, you can carry. That's ADC. Now here we have Elder. Soon you have resets with turrets, whatever, so I just try to hit people. And that's how this game goes. So yeah, all in all, farm, push waves, farm camps, and maybe we can get some nice 1v9s like this. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Bye-bye!